Good evening, viewers. Welcome to this edition of the news. A quick look at the headlines. India needs to become economically self-reliant in next 10 years, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Meghalaya gears up for Lok Sabha polls. Security forces deployed in state for smooth conduct of election. Final stage of retrofitting work on Umiam Lake begins. Vehicular movement restricted. Rebhoi citizens share views on Lok Sabha polls and their choice of MP to represent them in Parliament. Cyclonic storm wreaks havoc across state, killing 3-year-old child and injuring several others, with many houses damaged. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that India needs to become economically self-reliant in the next 10 years so that the nation is not impacted much by the global factors. Speaking at the commemoration ceremony of the 90 years of the Reserve Bank of India in Mumbai, the Prime Minister said the transformation of Indian banking sector is a case study. He said the banking sector has become profitable and credit growth has been increasing due to the steps taken by his government and the RBI in the last decade.
स्ट्रक्चर में क्या बदलाव जरूरी है, इस पर हमें सोचना होगा. इसमें हमें नए फाइनेंसिंग, ऑपरेटिंग एंड बिजनेस मॉडल्स की आवश्यकता हो सकती है. ग्लोबल चैंपियंस की क्रेडिट जरूरतों से लेकर रेहड़ी पटरी वालों तक की जरूरत को, कटिंग एज सेक्टर से लेकर ट्रेडिशनल सेक्टर्स तक की जरूरतों को हम पूरा कर सकें, ये विकसित भारत के लिए बहुत जरूरी है.
Meghalaya has already geared up for the Lok Sabha polls. Chief Electoral Officer Dr. B.D.R. Tiwari told media persons that altogether 40 companies of Central Armed Police Forces CAPF, including Assam Rifles, Border Security Force BSF, Central Industrial Security Force CISF, Central Reserve Police Force CRPF, beside others, are deployed in the state for the upcoming general elections. Tiwari said all the vulnerable areas have been identified and proper monitoring is being done. Police have resorted to Naka checking to ensure no major transportation of money or liquor is carried out. Setting the stage, voting for the first phase of the 18th Lok Sabha elections will be held on April 19th, with 102 constituencies voting in this phase. Meghalaya, along with many other northeast states, will also vote in the first phase. Altogether, 10 candidates are in fray for the 2 seats in Meghalaya.
Areas are already been identified, and this is up to the election we are keeping close watch on the different area, different localities also, and if any incident, anything happening, we are also evolving all those things to take proper care for having the peace, tranquility and a level playing field all across the state, so any voter can cast their vote free and fair manner.
The Umiam Bridge and all roads connecting to it were completely shut down on Sunday as the bridge began its final stage of retrofitting work. The bridge, which is a national highway and serves as a significant connecting point to the city, was closed beginning from 7:30 in the morning until late in the evening, much after the declared time of 2 p.m, as the retrofitting work took longer than expected. Beginning Sunday, the bearing of the bridge with 2 spans in each span having 6 bearings would be replaced. After replacing them, the bridge would be ready for normal vehicle transportation beginning 8th of April. Until then, traffic movement on the bridge will be limited to vehicles weighing less than 4 tons and standing up to 2.5 meters tall. As the Lok Sabha election draws near, campaigning for the upcoming polls in both the constituencies, Shillong and Tura, is at a feverish pitch, even as candidates are trying to best to woo voters and garner their support. DD News spoke to a few voters in Ribhoi district to understand their perception about their upcoming polls and to get their views on the kind of representatives they would like to represent the state and its people in the parliament. It may be mentioned that both Shillong and Tura will vote on April 19th along with 101 other constituencies in the first phase. Altogether, 10 candidates are in fray for the 2 seats in Meghalaya.
Un hai ki MP ki peladap ki MP Kim Ju Peni yang kata skim ayu ke badan lana ka ka lale nak liang ki MP nangya shimet hi ki kwa ba ki candidate lana lana ka candidate kaban yale ya ka election Lok Sabha bakin don ya kata ka jingkit kli bakin pej yang ki kun samla kam tam bangi dula ka kam ka jam
kadai ka kabo yang bangin jit kinong nikmat di bastan om bangin jit ki parti nak ba kadu di beri bastan in kam banjit baru ba nak pa di sim ka pendon kam ya ko hak jangki papin vote ki beri bastan
ngapet na gawi ka parti ka kam klet na pina gawi ka kam klet de ngim nang man ong ngim se apet ka katika si vote kalong gomno lung baju sno jong ate baju long hi kiwe ma bangin pe yo no breu ba pe ka imlang ka salang ba pe gari ba jai ben.
A 3-year-old boy identified as Vicky Lauren Nyang lost his life after his house was ravaged by a storm that hit Lightdomoro village in eastern West Khasi Hills on Sunday. According to his family members, the storm hit and damaged their house around 9:30 p.m. on Sunday. After the storm passed, the mother found that the boy was not breathing and tried taking him to the hospital, but was unable to do so as the road was blocked by trees that were uprooted by the storm. Meanwhile, in Laukinter village, under eastern West Khasi Hills district, one family was affected by a thunderstorm that occurred at around 9 p.m. on Sunday. In this incident, 6 members of the family, the mother, father and 4 children were severely injured, with 3 of the children being admitted to Shillong Civil Hospital. Roylan Kurba, relative of the affected family, informed that all the members of this family were inside the house when it was suddenly uprooted by the thunderstorm. A cyclonic storm wreaked havoc in several areas of Ribhoi district, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake around 4 p.m. on Sunday. Among the hardest hit areas were Shalani and Seliang villages, both situated within the Jirang community and rural development block. Reports indicate that the cyclone inflicted severe damage, with approximately 44 houses left in ruins. Additionally, one senior citizen identified as Khuni Killing sustained injuries during the incident. Meanwhile, a cyclonic storm struck the Langpi area in West Khasi Hills on Sunday, damaging around 39 houses across 6 villages. The storm caused significant damage in Umyab village, where 15 houses were affected. Similarly, 15 houses were damaged in Tinhor, 7 in Langpi and 2 in Yeonongma. Additionally, there were reports of damage in Umwali. The storm also ravaged trees, crops and electric poles. While the full extent of the damage is being assessed, village leaders in Langpi have been instructed by the BDO office to collect data on affected houses in their respective areas. To provide better health facilities, Meghalaya Minister for Animal Husbandry and Veterinary A.L. Heck on Saturday carried out a soft launch of his very own ARHI hospital, which will cater to people around Mausamai, Jorabat areas and overall the northeast region. Local MLA Sostanis Sotun and former DHS Dr. Aman War, along with the board members of ARHI, were present to witness the inauguration of the outpatient department. This private 200-bedded hospital is located opposite the North-East Cancer Hospital, and it is expected to be fully functional as a multi-specialty in the next few months. So far, around 32 to 35 specialists have been recruited to meet the patient's requirements. Close to 300 nurses and medical technicians are also a part of the hospital. In his speech, Heck mentioned that the intention to come up with the hospital is with the belief that service to man is service to God.
Ultimately, we are going to be 200-bedded hospital. Today, we have inaugurated only for the OPD. For the next 3-4 months, we'll be having full-fledged hospital.
Suncare, a local organization dedicated to raising awareness about autism, hosted a unique event titled Expression Through Art at its premises in Maulai Mauro today. The program aimed to showcase the talents of children with autism from various special schools. Renowned artists Benedict Skemlang Hinyota and Jaya Kalra graced the occasion as special guests, offering motivation and support to the young participants. In line with the upcoming World Autism Awareness Day on April 2nd, Suncare is set to organize a walk for autism awareness commencing from Kindailat and concluding at the Mission Compound Community Hall. This initiative aims to shed light on autism as a pressing global health concern. Following the walk, a public discussion will be held at 11 a.m. Speaking to reporters, consulting psychiatrist Dr. Dida Khongla emphasized the importance of including children with autism in such activities. She highlighted the children's use of art as a means to express their emotions and creativity.
Even adults who are having this problem, they have special talents and abilities, so which we are highlighting on this day. So we have, they are expressing their talents through their drawings, their colorings, and so all the emotions are expressed on paper through colors. And tomorrow is the 2nd, which is the main day. We have organized a walk from Kandailat, and we will conclude the walk to Mission, and there we will have a program raising awareness and understanding about this problem.
A Delhi court today sent Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal to judicial custody till 15th of this month in the money laundering case related to the alleged liquor policy scam. The AAP leader was arrested on 21st March by the Enforcement Directorate. Special CBI Judge Kaveri Baveja of the Rouse Avenue Court passed the order after Chief Minister Kejriwal was produced in court on the expiry of his ED custody. In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians will lock horns with Rajasthan Royals at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai this evening. The match will start in a short while from now at 7:30 p.m. Last evening, Delhi Capitals defeated Chennai Super Kings by 20 runs in Visakhapatnam. Opting to bat first, Delhi Capitals posted 191 for the loss of 5 wickets in stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Chennai Super Kings failed to achieve the target, scoring 171 for the loss of 6 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. Earlier in the day, Gujarat Titans beat Sunrisers Hyderabad by 7 wickets in Ahmedabad. And now the weather report. Maximum temperature recorded is 24.2 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature recorded is 13 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 65%, while it rose to 44% in the evening. Rainfall 13.2 millimeters. The forecast tells us that light to moderate rainfall and thunderstorm are likely to occur at few places. Before we wind up, a quick look at the headlines once again. India needs to become economically self-reliant in next 10 years, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Meghalaya gears up for Lok Sabha polls, security forces deployed in state for smooth conduct of election. Final stage of retrofitting work on Umiam Bridge begins, vehicular movement restricted. Rebhoi citizens share views on Lok Sabha polls and their choice of MP to represent them in Parliament. And cyclonic storm wreaks havoc across state, killing 3-year-old child and injuring several others, with many houses damaged. With that, we come to the end of this news edition. Until next time, good night.